Hello YouTube and welcome back to Cities Skylines. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Currently we are just pottering around. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. I think I want to go down this way. I think I want to go down this way and then through here. Because we're going to take a look through this village and see what we can see on the other side of the village. Wait, what? What's this? Oh, farmland. Okay. I do not remember putting that farmland there, but that's okay. But on the other side of the village, as you can see, we now have trees pretty much everywhere. And that's because in between episodes, I thought about how the trees were in the forested area I built and decided, hang on a minute, realistically, we'd have a lot of forest because it is Britain, and in Britain we have loads and loads and loads of trees. And then from there, please excuse the frames, we would start making farms and then cutting down parts of the forest and then running into trouble with things like these, which I'm going to get rid of in a moment. I'm not sure where these keep appearing from. They just keep appearing. But we would have lots of forest like this, and then we would make farms, and then we would build cities. So what I've gone and done is, if you look up there, I fill this entire area out with trees. As it should be. So that entire area is now trees. We have trees in this entire area going out that way. And then we've got the farms. And that's what we're going to be working on today. Today we are going to be working on those farms, making them look like farms and actually getting them running like farms. So make sure you stay tuned to see that all come together. Things are starting to really take shape in the city. It's looking great. But what I'm going to do is first, very quickly, get rid of these. Okay, I've taken a look along the entire road, and there doesn't seem to be any from there to there. There are none of these rocks. As a matter of fact, there shouldn't be any coming down here either. No, there are no more rocks along these roads, thankfully. There's probably one sitting along here, most likely. No, I must have got rid of it. But anyway, as you can see, loads and loads of trees in the area. I think it looks great. I think it really does look great. What we are going to be working on today, as I said, as word starts failing me, is the farms. So I thought, let's work on getting ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4 farms properly running in the area. In fact, no, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 farms, 7 farms in the area. So this entire area, let's get some proper farms going and let's figure out how we're going to do this. So let's begin. The first thing I'm going to do is bring this road back. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Up to there. Then I am going to convert this road. So I should look for the bare necessities. No. A dirt road. That's what I'm looking for. Dirt road. Like that. And we're going to upgrade this particular road. Not a one-way dirt. There we go. To that. I'm also going to, in fact, destroy that road because I actually want that road to be somewhat smaller. And we're only going to have it go up to there. Like that. So there's our dirt road now. I'm now going to do the exact same thing over here. I'm going to bring this road back quite significantly. I think it might be easier for me to just do that and then destroy those 2 sections, then convert that to a 2-way country road like that. That's better. That seems to work. And I'm going to put one of my trees right there. So now that we have that, we've got 2 farms in a way ready to go. I'm actually going to, there you go, do that. And then demolish 1, 2, 3 trees. Perfect. Okay, and that looks reasonable. That looks fairly good as well. Do we need this along here? I'm just thinking about this one. I'll tell you what we could do is let's do that like so, and then this one and now this might explain why we've got the dirt roads. Sorry, why we've got the trees. Because the dirt roads do not tend to have trees. And if this is becoming a dirt road, as it now has, that, and then I'll just do that. There we go. Okay, so that's another farm now. So 1, 2, 3 farms. We will. Should I dirt road that entire thing? That's potentially a good idea. So let's do that, and then convert these roads to dirt roads 2, like that. For some reason we do not have the bit in the middle, but that's okay. That's potentially alright. That is potentially okay. Right, let's work on these 2 farms first. So how do we do the farms, or how are we going to make the farms? Well, the first thing we need to do is actually stick the correct asset in. So I'm going to look for a farm. Farm. There we go. What kind of farm are we looking for? We're not looking for fields like that. We're actually looking for the correct asset. What's this? I'm not sure. Agricultural processing. No, what are some of these things? For example, what are you? That's the kind of thing I want. So let's just go ahead and use the move it tool to copy that, and move that in to this one here. Which way is it supposed to go? That way. And we'll pop it in, for example, like that. There we go. That seems to sit quite nicely. We will also potentially, let's see, is there anything else I can pop in here? Oh, that's that then. That's that one, whatever that is. That's fine. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. Now what we're going to do is stick in some of these. Now this is where things are going to get kind of interesting. So, as you can see, this is a well-maintained field. And what we need to do... This is going to be tough, this is. Does that go under field or farm? Farm decal, okay. Let's go under farm decal. I did like that, not that one. That's a nice one. So we're going to do that. And what I need to do is I'm going to create an area. In fact, before I do that, I'm going to create an area of around the farm. Like this. And this is where the whole idea of building these things really does come into its own. I could even push this... I'm actually going to push these trees back, I think. Now I am going to push those trees back. So what I'm going to do is let's just pop these in. And this is actually my first time trying to do something like this, so it may not pan out exactly as I want, but that's okay. I'm learning. It's a new thing for me. It's a very, very new thing for me. So we'll just pop these in like this. There you go. Yeah, that looks all right. We'll clean up the other areas in a bit. In fact, I'll stick this in there as well. I know it doesn't look that great right now, but it will look better very, very soon. Now, what I'm going to do is use the Move It tool to correct some of the gaps that we may have. For example, there's a little gap there. And that also tells me how close these things are going to end up. So we're going to end up something along the lines of that. So the trees we can probably move the trees all in one go as well. And try and move that there. Like that. And potentially if I hold shift, I should be able to drag all... No, not that. All the... Okay, not all the trees apparently. One tree doesn't want to play ball. There it goes. Okay, apparently that didn't work. Why did that not work? There we go. Move all the trees over to a better location. You can see some of them do disappear because of the nature of the road, but that's alright. Then we could just fix up some of the remaining trees like that and like that. Perfect. Tell you what, we'll move this tree in the middle a bit like so, and that looks a lot better. Okay, now I'm going to demolish that tiny rock. Go away, rock. Okay, that rock doesn't want to move because of Move It. So, can I move this rock? I can. Can I delete this rock? I cannot delete the rock. Can I not delete the rock? How do I delete the rock? Computer, remove the rock. Bulldoze the rock. There we go. Oh, right. That's quite easy. Okay, great. It's a bit longer than what I'd want. Maybe because I had Move It still on. That's probably what caused it. Okay. So now we've got that. We'll bring this one slightly higher and this one slightly higher. You'll notice that it's sort of cutting into the road and it doesn't look great as it's cutting into the road. Well, I came across something called procedural objects, and this seems to essentially fix the entire issue that we're currently having about things cutting into the road. So I'm going to press M, and then I'm going to press, is it Shift and P? To convert that to a procedural object. And how I'm going to click procedural objects, press Edit, and I will right click and drag that, move that up, right click and drag that, move that up, drag that back like that. In fact, I'll drag it to be somewhat in line as that is. Now, I wish it doesn't do the fading quite as well, but what we're left with is now a working road and not so much in the way of this, which I think is personally awesome. So I'll do the same thing with this one. Procedural object, click that, edit, drag that, move it up, drag that, move it up, drag that, move it up. Then I'll drag, I'll drag you two, and I'll move you guys backwards until about there. And there you go. So now our procedural objects are working really, really well. And in fact, I will go back to my procedural object, click on this one, edit it, and I actually want to bring this back like that. Yes, I want to bring that back like that, and then I'm going to, I keep doing that, I'm actually going to pop in using the Move It tool. I'm going to click on some of these, and I'm going to duplicate a few, and I'm going to pop in a few trees in this area. And that quite nicely hides some of this too. There you go. So now that we come into, so if we come into this farm, you go through here and ta-da, this is your farm. Well, that's not quite done yet because we've got the middle of the farm to do. So to do the middle of the farm, all I'm going to do is go back to this. I'm going to pick something different. For example, the tilled one. I quite like this one, so I'm going to start by placing these in. And again, this is going to take a while, so we have to be wary of it and careful. This is something that requires some amount of precision. Perhaps not all the precision in the world, but certainly some amount of it. I'll bring that up to there. Now you're probably thinking, hang on a second, that's just that doesn't look great at all. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Move It tool. And I'm going to drag all of these back a little bit. And across. Like that. And then I'm going to clone them. And that should, in theory, I say in theory because I've not tried this, in theory give us everything that we're going to need. And you can see that the last one is not going to need the end bit, so we're going to do something quite clever with that, hopefully. I say quite clever, it might not end up clever, it might end up very stupid. You can also see there's a few issues with the decals on top of each other and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to look at fixing that as quickly as I can. I've made a slight mistake here, so I'm going to grab all of these and move them all like that. There we go. That's a bit better. Now, this final one, this one here, this doesn't seem to work quite well for us, so I'm going to delete that one. And we've got this bit here. Now we've got a little bit of grass here. Well, guess what? That is prime location for a tree. Clone the tree. Clone the tree. Prime location for trees. So trees are going to play a very, very big part in this. And that is a field of some sort. In addition to that, I can add more to this by going for fields. And look at that. Now we could look for fields, 4x4 veggies. Doesn't look too bad. I can add that on top of this. And suddenly we have some really well made, I'm hoping, really well made fields. What's happened there? Hang on a second, I've messed this up. There. There you go. And so now we've got ourselves some actual fields properly. I mean, that looks fairly realistic. What we could do is, first of all, bring that field closer. We can select the which decal do we want? That's one there, because clearly that's crossing over. We can do two things to it. We can either just bring it back, which in this case is probably good enough. In fact, I think bringing these ones back will probably be good enough. Or we could use the procedural objects and cut them back, if we so wanted to, if we so desired. So there you go. We've got that. We've got that. That looks pretty good. That's pretty nice. What we're going to do is perhaps this one here. We might not want that as it is. We're going to select that and demolish it. Then we're going to select, nope, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll clone these. So we can have, well, we could even do this. We could have a row of empty, but we'll do this. Look, try and straighten that up a little bit more to what we have. There we go. We'll do that. And then we'll do that, but we're going to demolish one. So we'll do that. And then you can see here, it's got rid of the trees, unfortunately. But what we're going to do is demolish that, and the trees come back. Just like that. And there is a farm. That's one farm. So you can see that there's a lot there is a lot that's going to be going into this. But that is a single farm that is working. Let's get another farm done pretty quickly before we end this this video. So let's look. I mean, these are all different types. We could have done that. That would have been more helpful. But let's look for. Let's do a farm decal. This looks nice. Yeah, let's do this one. Let's do this farm. The farmer decided he wanted to go up and down like this. This is how he wanted to do it. And he did 1, 2, 3 like that. And he did that all the way. Let's do that. Let's move this back a bit. Move this forward a bit. Select those 3 and clone them. 1, 2, 3, and sure, he did it all the way up to there. 4. Those ones are probably going to have to move. There we go. And in fact, we'll move all of these slightly closer. Perfect. Demolish the rock. Like that. And there's another farm ready to go. Of course, we're going to have to add in our whatever it needs to be. And I think we should go for this one. I think we want that one. And I'm going to place that up here. Like so. Okay, what's happened here? We've got a slight concern on this. Let's bring that down a bit and just fix it in. Let's fix that up a little bit. There we go. A little wobble in the ground, but that's okay. We can easily fix up the wobble by just giving it a realistic brush size. There we go, fix up the wobbles in the ground. Just a little bit. It's not great, but it's better. There we go, so now we have another farm. We can, of course, put the border around this one as well. So let's go ahead and put the border around this one. Sure, let's use that dirt. Do that, and you can see here we're going to need to work a little bit on this part of the border. So I will cut this, or make these cut over like that, and then we will, from here, we'll do this with the border like that, and then over on this side, same thing. Same concept. That and like that. So there's another farm completed. And you can see that that's starting to look really quite good. I think maybe the borders on the farm are a little big. I might consider making the borders a little bit smaller. But there's another farm, and of course, because of this shape, we could go and select, for example, move it, Control and P on that. We'll do Control and P on that. We'll do Control and P on that. Well, Control and P on that. These ones are okay. These ones not so much. Control and P, Control and P, Control and P, okay, Control and P, Control P, that should be it. Okay, let's go for procedural objects. Let's work out what we're going to edit. So this one requires these two to be moved up, and then it requires these two to be moved back in line like that. Great, that's done. How do I drop the procedural object? That's the only thing I do not know how to. Oh, back perhaps. Bring those two up, bring them both back there, and then bring just these ones back like that. In fact, we could probably bring this forward and then go back, select that one, edit that, and bring that forward there. And then this one, go back, select this one. This one's going to need some work. We'll bring that back to that. This one we're going to bring back here, and then this one we're going to bring back here. There we go. So that's doing exactly what we need it to do, which is awesome. And then we have the tracks go along here, so we need to start. Well, we need to bring these two up and start bringing, come on, this one backwards a bit. I've got confused with the shape of the farm. What's wrong with the shape of the farm? That's the shape of the farm. That's confused me massively. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll do something with it. We'll certainly do something. I was hoping to get more of this done than I have, unfortunately, but it's okay. I mean, this is the idea, and this is showing you guys just how long it takes to do these things. Bring that down there, and then bring that there, bring that up and across there. No, wait. I'll just move I'll move the trees. That's what I'll do with this one. Oh, you go up there. You go up there. You come back down here. You move there. There we go. Trees have been moved. That's better. And therefore, we can go ahead and select this procedural object, edit this one, lift this up. That might need lifting up a little bit more. This section comes down. This section comes down pretty low, actually. There, that section actually will line up like that. Try and follow that line as it is. That's pretty good. That there is pretty good. And then delete that one because we do not need it. And that's a farm done, or another farm. Now, does that look realistic? Not quite, but I certainly hope it will in time. Not 16 by 16. 4 by 4. A lavender field. Oh, that would be lovely. No, we're not going to have a lavender field. Could we do this? Problem is that these do not seem to fit. I'm slightly confused as to why these do not fit the... It's like the shapes are just slightly different. And it does cause problems. I'm not quite sure about that yet, so I'm going to delete those, unfortunately. But as you can see, this is a good time to end this episode. We are starting to get the farming done. So let's see. Where should I take these? Where should I look for a picture for this. That's probably a good one. There. So we all started to get some farms in. It is taking quite a while, and it certainly will continue to take quite a while. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please hit that thumbs up. Of course, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more episodes of Cities Skylines and the city of Affenford. Leave a comment in the comments box below with any tips and tricks you may have, or just generally if you enjoyed the video or what you would like to see. If you really do like these videos and can afford to do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. And also you can find me on social media at ecgadgetlp for both Twitter and Instagram. That's all from me. Next time, what you're going to be seeing is going to be... I think next time you see me, we are going to have all the farms, sorry, not all the farms, all the forested area and the boundaries for the farms created across the entire map. I'll be doing that on a Patreon episode, so that should be done sort of north to south, east to west. Won't have the farms in just yet, but we will get on to building some sort of thing. We'll see exactly what we get on with building. Maybe more of the city, maybe another village. I'm not too sure. You guys will just have to find out, and I suppose so will I. I'll see you guys then.